Hi there, sweet friends. Thank you so much for tuning in and joining me on the mat for, as always, vinyasa inspired flow. So, vinyasa simply means to place in an intentional way. And so, with our flow, I've created a sequence with such intention to ensure we're moving our body in this natural flow and finding movement that we can practice and return to every day, even if we can't make the time for every day. However, you can, squeezing in will be very beneficial for our mindset and our health. And with that, hopefully, you can appreciate my seasonal colors. It has inspired me to get more red. Oh gosh, hope this fall over for the seasons. Anyway, I digress. We will begin our practice in child's pose. So our big toes are going to come together to touch. Knees hip width distance apart or wider. So if the backs of our glutes cannot come onto the backs of our heels, let's widen out our hips. And sometimes this makes it a little bit easier for us to sink our hips down onto our glutes, or we can of course use a bolster or a pillow. We're going to bring our forearms down on towards our mat. And then from here, we're going to walk our fingertips forward in front of us, really using our hands to push and sink our hips back onto the heels. And I'm just lifting up so you can hear me, but staying in our child's pose, eyes softly closed. And we can always find child's pose every day, especially now in the holiday season when sometimes it can feel a bit like chaos. We can just take a moment for ourselves and just rest here in child's pose. Close our eyes, anchor into our body, and return to our breath. On our next inhale, we're slowly going to meet on all fours in tabletop. Mindfully sway your hips side to side. And then we're just going to warm up our spine here. So on our next inhale, lift the gaze, lift the hips for our cow pose. And on your exhale, slowly tuck your chin to your chest, round the spine, push the earth away for cat, breathing into our backs. Inhale for cow. And exhale for cat. Once more. Inhale for cow. And exhale for cat. Inhale, neutral tabletop. On our exhale, we're going to extend our knees a little bit wider. And on our next exhale, see if we can slowly drop our hips. Micro bend in the elbows. Inhale, come back up, tuck the toes, find child's pose. We're going to do this twice more. So inhale, lift, lean forward, mindfully drop your hips onto your mat, micro bend into your elbows, conscious of your fingertips. Inhale, come back up, tuck the toes, reach your hips back to the glutes for a modified child's pose. Inhale, lean forward. Exhale, drop the hips. Once more, inhale, lean back. Exhale, sink our hips back to our heels. Inhale, meet back neutral tabletop. Toes are still tucked. And on our next inhale, we're going to hover our knees and reach our heels towards the back of our mats to find downward facing dog, pedaling out the feet. So bending one knee, Straightening out the opposite leg in our down dog. Inhale, we're going to walk our down dog into a forward fold. Allow our shoulders to drop and hang away from our ears. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, fold. Maybe we can bring opposite pinky to opposite elbow. Slowly turn and shift your body to the left. Breathing into our IT band on the right side of our body. On our next exhale, come back to center. Keeping, maybe just balance out, so opposite pinky to opposite elbow. And then turn slowly and twist our body to the right, this time breathing into our left IT band. Exhale, come back to center. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, fold. Let's make sure our toes are as wide as they can be. Big toe, pinky toe, and heel is firmly rooted into the mat. Inhale, arms reach nice and long overhead. And on our exhale, we're going to swing our arms back, bend into our knees, lift our heels. Inhale, arms reach high overhead. Come on to the tippy toes. Try to balance and strengthen your ankles. Exhale, swim back. Lift the heels, balance on the toes. Inhale, reach arms high overhead. Come on to the tippy toes. Exhale, come back, lift the heels once more. Inhale, come on to the tippy toes. Exhale, drop the arms, drop the heels, and we'll find our Tai Chi taps. So opposite fist, opposite shoulder, and then the opposite hand to opposite hip. And just find these gentle spinal twists, stimulating lymphatic drainage. And of course, stimulating our endocrine system to balance out our hormones. 4 more times, or 4 more taps. Drop our hands down. Inhale, arms reach nice and long overhead. Exhale, swim our hands back down into our fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back, just warming up our spine, warming up our core. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms reach nice and long overhead. Exhale, hands come down to our heart center in mountain pose. And so this time, let's make sure our left toes are as wide as they can be, like duck feet. And then we're going to hug and hover, right knee in towards our chest. So just engaging our hip flexor, strengthening our left ankle. Let's just trace 8 circles with that right hip. And bounce circles in the opposite direction. I'm playing with our strength and our balance. This one feels tender for me because I did Pilates this morning. But anyway, we're going to try and balance and strengthen our right hip by tracing 3 circles, slow and controlled, with our right knee. And then we're going to balance out those circles in the opposite direction. Bring that right foot down, shake off that left leg, golly gosh. This time, make sure our right toes are as wide as they can be. And we're just going to trace 8 circles with our left ankle. Balance out those circles in the opposite direction. And of course now, playing with our balance and our strength, we're going to hug and hover left knee in towards our chest and trace 3 slow intentional circles with that left knee. Bounce those circles in the opposite direction. Bring our left foot down, shake off that right leg. Whew. Inhale, arms reach nice and long overhead. Exhale, melt back down into our fold. Bend our knees, lift our heels so we find ourselves in this toe squat variation. We're going to plant our hands forward in front of us. And we're going to extend our left leg out to the side. We can obviously straighten our right leg and bring our hips up a little bit higher to make that extension easier for us. Bring that left knee back in. This time, extend our right knee out to the side. So again, we can always lengthen that left leg to ease the sensation when extending our right hip. Right knee comes back in. We're going to do this twice more on each side. Extend left leg out. Bring left leg in. Right leg out. And let's come on to our knuckles like apes. Bring our right knee in. Once more. Left leg out. Left knee in. Right leg out. Right knee in. And always being conscientious of our breath. When we lose our breath, we lose the essence of our yoga practice because it's all about the intention at which we breathe. Remember, vinyasa took place in a special way. So exhale, bring your hands forward in front of us, extending both legs back behind us. So we're in plank pose. So fingers are as wide as they can be. Fingertips are engaged. Exhale, slowly lower down on towards our mat. Inhale, peel our chest from the earth. Baby cobra. Exhale, slowly come back down. So let's make sure the tops of our feet are slapping the tops of our mat. Hands underneath our shoulders. And this time, see if we can hover our knees, engage our thighs for upward facing dog. And from up dog, then we want to tuck our toes and reach the heels towards our backs of our mats. For downward facing dog, pedaling out the feet. Inhale, we're going to find our right leg high for three-legged dog. And exhale, we're going to bring our right hand outside our right pinky finger for a runner's lunge variation. We'll mindfully drop that left knee. And of course, lean our right knee over our right ankle. We're going to balance on our left hand. See if we can somewhat drop the outside of our left hip as we push our right hand against the inside of our right knee to really open up our right hip. 2 more slow, full rounds of breath. If it's in our practice, I'm just turning so you can see me. We're going to kick our left foot towards our left glute. See if we can grab our left foot with our right hand for this bind and lean forward into this quad stretch, breathing into the top of that left hip flexor. Even if we can't reach for the bind, see if we have a rope or a belt that we can use to grab and help reach that flexibility, or even if you're staying here without that assistance, still receiving all the benefits. 2 more full rounds of breath. Mindfully unwind the bind. Next inhale, we're going to hover right knee outside our right elbow. Extend our right leg straight back. Make sure our weight is balanced on our right fingertips. As we inhale, reach our left arm forward in front of us to find bird dog. Make sure our back is flat, core engaged. Exhale, drop the left hand, right knee. Tuck the toes, hover the knees, reach our heels towards the backs of our mats to find downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg comes high for three-legged dog. We're going to bring it through outside of our left pinky finger. Mindfully drop that right knee. Maybe we can drop the outside of our right hip so we can use our left hand to open up our left hip. So left hand is pushing on the inside of our left knee. 2 more full rounds of breath. Next inhale, maybe we'll kick right heel toward glute. Reach for that right foot with our left hand. Lean forward. And this time breathing into our right quad, top of our right hip flexor, or the hip flexor is at the top anyway. 2 more full rounds of breath. Mindfully unwind your bind. Bring our left hand inside our left foot. We're going to hover and hug left knee outside our left shoulder. Extend our left leg straight back. Make sure our left hand, all of our fingertips are wide and balanced. And then we're going to reach our right arm forward in front of us to find bird dog. So make sure we have a flat back, core is engaged. Slowly drop left knee, right hand, mindfully sway our hips from side to side. Tuck our toes, hover our knees, reach our heels back for downward facing dog. Next inhale, come high onto the tippy toes, micro bend the knees, feet come behind our hands. Inhale, halfway lift flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift, micro bend the knees, airplane our arms behind our backs, triceps engage, keep the knees bent, toes as wide as they can be. Inhale with their knees bent, arm comes in line with our ears for chair pose here. So try not to have a duck butt, no arch in the spine. Tuck the pelvis up and in. Exhale, swim our arms back. Lift our heels, come onto the toes just like we practiced in the beginning. Drop the heels, inhale, arms comes up overhead. Exhale, we're going to reach our left knee forward in front of the right. Bring our right arm back. Left arm reaches forward as we twist to the right. Inhale, come back to neutral chair. Exhale, swim our left arm back. Right knee comes a little bit in front of the left. Right arm reaches forward as we're opening up our body towards the left. Right knee is slightly lifted as well. Inhale, neutral chair. Exhale, swim back, lift the heels. Inhale, drop the heels, rise, arms overhead. Exhale, find ourselves in this forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees. We can either step or maybe we can lightly hop back into plank pose. Exhale, low plank, so chaturanga is a push-up. Inhale, upward facing dog, so coming onto the tops of our feet. Tops of our thighs are hovered and engaged. And on our exhale, tuck the toes. Reach our heels towards the backs of our mat to find our downward facing dog. Let's take a cleansing breath here. So biggest inhale we've taken all day. Tongue out. Full exhale. Inhale, halfway lift. Come high onto the toes. Bend the knees. Jump our feet behind our hands. Now inhale. Halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms reach nice and long overhead. Exhale, hands come by our side for mountain pose. So we warmed up our ankles, warmed up our knees. I know I did say this was a slow flow into stillness, but to get to stillness, we need to warm up the body. I promise this will be the only, well, maybe not only, to me, the intense climax of our practice. And it's all smooth sailing from here. So just bear with me. Mountain pose, just like we practiced at the beginning. We're going to hug and hover right knee in towards our chest. Maybe left arm is balanced in front of us, right arm by our hip. On our exhale, we're going to extend our right knee back. We're going to keep the right knee bent and see if we can mindfully, keeping that right knee hovered, just hover that right knee beside that left ankle. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, come down to hover. Inhale, come up. Just once more. Exhale, lower. Inhale, come up. Drop our right foot. Shake off our left leg. And let's just do that on the opposite side now. So inhale, we're going to hug our left knee in towards our chest. Right arm beside our right ear. Left hand beside our left hip. Woo. On our exhale, extend our left knee back. Keep it bent. Bend our right knee as we slowly hover and lower our left knee. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, lower and hover. Left knee. Inhale, come back up. Once more, slowly lower and hover. Left knee. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, drop our left foot. Shake off that right knee. Not only is this building functional strength, but also building strength in the dorsiflexion of the ankle, which coincidentally strengthens our hips. But I digress. Inhale, arms reach nice and long overhead. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees. See if we can, so use our hands or either use our fists. See if we can practice tucking. So just engaging our core. So with our fists, we just tuck, hug, and hover. Knees in towards our chest. It's a little bit harder with our fingertips, but we hug our knees into our chest just for a split millisecond. You should see my husband do this. It's like magic how he hovers. So we've just practiced, we've just engaged our core, even if for a millisecond, and we drop and meet with our knees down. So we're back in tabletop. Just mindfully sway our hips side to side. And we're going to bring our left hand to the center of our mat. Right arm reaches nice and long overhead. 2 slow circles with that right arm. And then we're going to thread our right hand behind our left. Right shoulder down on towards our mat as we breathe into the outside of our right shoulder. 3 more full rounds of breath. Inhale, right arm reaches overhead. Trace 1 more circle. Bring our right hand to the center of our mat. As we inhale, left arm overhead. Trace 2 slow, intentional circles. And then we're going to thread our left hand behind our right, pressing and pushing into the earth with our right hand as we gaze over our right shoulder, breathing into the outside of our left shoulder. 3 more full rounds of breath. Inhale, left arm reaches nice and long overhead. Trace 1 circle, left hand comes down to meet our right. Slowly lower both hips onto the ground. Bend our elbows as we slowly lower our chest onto the ground. So we're on our stomach. We're going to extend our arm out to the side, kick our left heel to our left glute, hover our left knee as we roll off over our right shoulder, drop our bottom of our left foot inside our right thigh, breathing this time on the inside of our right shoulder. 3 more full rounds of breath. Slowly roll off our right shoulder, drop our left knee, extend our left leg to meet our right. This time extending our left arm out to the side, kick right heel to right glute, hover our right knee, roll off our left shoulder, bottom of our right foot inside our left thigh, this time breathing inside our left shoulder. Two more slow, full rounds of breath. Slowly roll off our left shoulder, drop our right knee, extend our right leg out to meet our left. Still staying on our stomachs, reaching both arms forward in front of us. On our inhale, we're just going to hover left leg, right arm. Slowly lower. Inhale, we're going to hover right leg, left arm this time. Exhale, slowly lower. Inhale, hover both arms and both legs, just balancing our posture here and strengthening our posterior chain. Exhale, slowly lower. Bring our hands underneath our shoulders. We can tuck our toes. We can either use our knees to assist us, engage our fingertips, and press up into a push-up. Let's mindfully drop our knees. We're going to do 5 modified push-ups here. I want us to be modified so we can really focus on strengthening our wrists, widening our fingertips, shoulders slightly over the wrists, flat back, core engaged. I really want us to do these push-ups right. So exhale slowly, on the exhale, that's when we press up. So inhale, slowly lower. Exhale, press up 4 more times. Inhale, lower. Exhale, press up. Inhale, lower. Exhale, press up. 2 more. Inhale, lower. Exhale, press up. Inhale, lower. Last one, make it count. Exhale, press up. With our feet crossed back behind us, just like we practiced in the beginning, to hug our knees in towards our chest, hover, extend our legs forward in front of us. So we are preparing for forward fold. First, we're going to bend our knees. Hands come behind our back. And we're just going to windshield wiper knees to both sides. And there's no rush, slow and intentional. Twice more on each side. And when we're ready, we're going to extend our feet straight forward in front of us. Arms reach overhead. Exhale, see if we can grab our big toe with our pointer fingers. Breathing into our hamstrings. 2 full rounds of breath. Next inhale, bend the knees once more. Hands come behind our back. This time we're going to drop our knees to the left. We can either use our hands to push back behind us, to press up onto our hips. Exhale, come back. Drop both knees to the right. So remember, we can use hands behind us to assist us to press up onto our hips. Exhale, come back down. Both knees drop to the left. Inhale, press up. Exhale, come down. Drop both knees to the right. Press up. Once more, each side. Left. Press up. Drop to the right. Press up. Exhale, drop. Once more, drop both knees to the left. Keep our knees 90-90 here. We're just going to lengthen our spine, turn, twist on over to the left. So we're leaning over the top of our left thigh, breathing into the right side of our body. A few more full rounds of breath. One more full round of breath. Slowly come back up. Bring right hand back behind us. Bring both knees to center. Then drop to the right. Lengthen our spine. Turn, twist over to the right as we lean over our right thigh this time. Breathing into our left side body in deer pose for a few more full rounds of breath. One more full round of breath. Slowly come up. Bring left hand behind us. Both knees through center. Slowly lower vertebrae by vertebrae. Bringing our knees up to our chest with us. Then we're going to grab the outside of our feet with both of our hands. Bringing our elbows inside the knees. Just to open up our hips once more. And see if we can just mindfully, slowly rock side to side in our happy baby, using the earth as a natural foam roller, just rolling out the fascia and our spine. On our next exhale, bring our knees together to touch. Wrap our forearms around our knees to give ourselves a big embrace. And drop both knees on over to the left as we gaze over our right. Supine twist. 3 more full rounds of breath. Bring both knees through center, and then drop both knees to the right As we extend our arm out to the left, gazing over our left shoulder, balancing the supine twist. For a few more full rounds of breath. Three more full rounds of breath here. Very slowly bring both knees back through center. Drop the bottom of both your feet. Just one bridge here on our inhale. We're going to lift our glutes, engage our core. See if our chin is tucked to our chest. Knees are almost pushing towards each other. Just if we had an imaginary block, we're squeezing in between us. Glutes are engaged. Exhale, slowly lower back down. Flay both knees in towards each other. And then slowly slide your feet in front of you. Hands rest by our hips. Shoulders shrug away from our ears. Eyes softly close as we take this opportunity to integrate all the benefits of our movement practice. This is the most important part of our practice. And remember, there is no right or wrong way to be in stillness. All yoga asks of you is to be present. So can you gift yourself the present of presence? Take one final cleansing breath here. Tongue out, audible exhale. Now see if you can rest here for as long as you can, inviting your body to regenerate itself. In preparation to start the day or to end this evening,